Hey everybody. I wasn't going to shoot a video this week, but then I was watching the whole blowback stuff from the Olympics and Simone Biles, and I thought, you know what? I want to shoot a video about this and how it relates to not only everyday life, but a lot of times towards business. Now, I don't know her. I don't really follow her a whole lot, but I know that I've never heard anything negative about her until this week and her decision to pull herself out of the Olympics. And I know it's a heated topic, and there's people on both sides that are making points, and I get it. I understand both sides of it. And I'll just say this, it's not a decision I would have made. I would have chose to make a different decision than what she did, and it is what it is. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter what I think. It's up to that person and what they're doing. And while I would have made a different decision, I don't know what all went into the decision. And this is where, to me, I think we as a society, as a business group, whatever you want to call it, as a culture, need to understand you're not the one having to make that call. And so for me, I see the lack of compassion for a lot of people saying, well, it's unpatriotic, or hey, this or that, or whatever it is. And while I can see the point for everyone, what I look at is, hey, this person made a decision, and up until this point, we've never really questioned this person's decision. So why now are we changing our outlook on the person as a whole? And I see this happen a lot of times in business where you have a model employee, and all of a sudden they make a stupid decision, a poor decision, whatever you want to call it. And now that decision is the spotlight of, their employment in the business. And granted, there are some decisions that are completely wrong. And we should, hey, this is a serious thing and it should be dealt with. But why does one decision wipe out everything else somebody else has done? And so for me, I adamantly disagree with the decision that she made, but yet I have compassion for understanding, hey, this person shouldn't be defined by one decision. I also have a son that is 2 years older than her, and he makes stupid decisions all the time that he regrets. And so I look at it and think, she's just a child. So let's not judge a child by their decisions either. So again, that's just me. I look at it with that compassion of, hey, I don't know what went into the decision. Let me assume that the person was thinking the right things when they made the decision. And even if they made a mistake, let's assume they made a mistake. Let's not judge them by the one mistake. Like nobody, I don't know anyone that wants to be defined by one of their biggest mistakes. And I'll tell you, for this person, unfortunately, out of her amazing career, she is never going to live this down. This is something that 20, 30, 50 years from now, she's going to be in an interview and somebody is going to ask her about this. And again, it's not what they should be asking her about. They should be asking her about all of what it took to get up and actually come into the gym every day and do everything she's done. In terms of an athlete in the Olympics, she is way past the age where most of these people are even doing this stuff in her sport. And so she's had a grueling time the last 20 years doing this stuff. And so I definitely feel for that. But it's just one of those things where I see it, we do this with employees, we do this with people that we know. And I would encourage anybody here, if you are defining people like that, you're not only limiting them, you're limiting yourself. And you would not want that for you. So let's just take a moment and be kind to ourselves and others and say, look, we're not going to let anybody be defined by one single moment. That's my biggest thing. Nobody should be defined by one single moment in their life, whether you agree or whether you disagree with their decision. And so I'll leave you with that. We'll see you next week.